probably the hardest it has snowed so far this evening. Right now, it is coming down, still all in the form of snow at this very moment. Let me show you how we did for today. Our morning low temperature was 15. That's the coldest we've had so far this season. 42 the high temperature this afternoon. Right now, we are checking in 30 degrees and very snowy out here. Southwest breeze only at 3 miles per hour. That's great. So it actually feels pretty good out here. It's not that cold. It's a little bit below freezing and no wind chill. Other temperatures out here mostly in the upper 20s and very low 30s. Everybody 32 or below except for Norfolk at 34. Okay, we have snow right now, but later on tonight we're going to have a period here where some warm air comes in into the mid-levels of the atmosphere, so snow will still develop up in the cloud, but it'll fall through this warmer layer. It will melt some, and it'll likely freeze on contact in the form of some ice. Now this warm column is going to be a little bit narrower at the initial part of this, and so we'll have some sleet. We'll be seeing some of that liquid refreeze into pellets. That'll happen first, and then the freezing rain. All right, there's a look through our radar, and everything here is in the form of snow that you're seeing in the northern neck and middle peninsula. Very light snow out there, but it is picking up in intensity now, and pretty heavy stuff through King William County, Charles City County as well, and New Kent County, and up toward Beaver Dam and Louisa, and it cuts off a bit back to the west. Farther south around Chester, a little hot area there, and areas back to the south and west seeing some moderate snowfall. Now, some of this is likely mixing with or changing over to some sleet. Every now and then you'll see these little yellow shadings here popping up. That indicates some sleet. Everything that's solid red, that's all snow. And you can see the snow that continues, but the mixing coming on in. Again, that layer of warm air is pretty shallow through here, and that's why we're seeing sleet in the peach shadings, but in the purple, that's where that layer of warm air is a bit thicker, and it's just shallow cold air at the surface. That's where we're getting the freezing rain. And we'll see the precipitation cut off for a little bit after midnight, and then more will come in by morning. Winter storm warning remains up to the north, and a winter weather advisory down south. Totals here, heaviest 3 to 6 inches in the Richmond area and north, 6 to 10 once you get from Orange to north of Tappahannock up toward the DC, and lower amounts down south. For more on the forecast, let's go inside to meteorologist Mike Goldberg. Mike?
Well, Zach, we're taking a look outside across the street from you down West Broad Street here, and a little bit of a white coating on West Broad at this hour. We've been telling you to slow down. The other important thing to remember if you're out and you're driving is to leave plenty of room between you and the vehicle in front of you. You could be going slow, but if you're close to that vehicle, you're not going to give yourself enough time to stop. So certainly be aware of that, especially for the early morning hours. All right, let's show you right now the forecast as we go through the overnight hours. As Zach mentioned, there's a little bit of a break in the precipitation likely here, and then it will start to fill in again as we go through the overnight period. Likely to be a mixture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. So this might put a little ice on top of the coating of snow that you see out there. The farther north you go, the more snow will be involved, from Ashland especially up to Fredericksburg. This is 9 o'clock in the morning, and you see some green, yellow, and orange. That's actually rain. Temperatures may climb just above the freezing mark, and this may be a wet mess in the metro area. So it's important not to get caught up in the totals of snow and sleet, but to know that all of these different types of precipitation are going to cause a problem for the morning commute. The precipitation likely to taper for a bit in the middle or early part of the afternoon, and then a round of snow comes in later on that could dump another inch or two tomorrow afternoon. So your forecast tomorrow, a mixture of precipitation early, could change to rain in the metro and points south, but then a round of snow comes through for the early evening. As we go through the forecast for the next couple of days, it's important to note how cold it will be in the morning. We'll likely see anything that's on the ground tomorrow night refreeze early Tuesday. Breezy and cold, a stretch of dry weather, but very cold weather through the midweek period. And then there may be another storm that brings a little bit of snow to start next weekend. Don't go away. Sean is coming up after the break with sports.